Okay, 1491, good luck. What do we want to do? Let's go d5. Okay, that gives me a tempo to develop. Just come up and challenge the queen, probably develop the knight. I'll just push. I could potentially go a5, threatening to trap the bishop. That's a potential. I'm going to bring the bishop back around this way. But if I throw in, sorry, a5, oh, he's dealt with it anyway. a5 first. I mean, I could still play a5 now, actually, threatening to trap the bishop, so he'll have to push, but I think he's fine pushing, so I'm just going to go e6. Yeah, he's pushed anywhere. So I'm just going to develop. Okay, I'm going to castle. Knight comes up, so he's probably going here. Not too concerned, I'll just drop back. I'm going to challenge this pawn. I can drop the bishop back, I can even take with the knight. Yeah, knight comes over. So I can leave it there and take with the knight. Oops, my arrows are no good. Or I can drop back and bring a pawn over. But if I take with the knight, I might be winning a pawn here. I think it's more important here, isn't it? As long as I'm not blundering my piece, I'm going to win a pawn. And I can still drop the bishop back next move if he doesn't take. Excuse me. Well, he has launched forward, so he's going to launch everything. Okay. Can I actually take there? I wonder if I can take there. Take, check. That's interesting. Knight takes. If pawn takes, check. If the king comes up, I just take. You lose the queen. If you go here, I can maybe check. Might not be winning. But take. If you take the bishop, check. You've got knight back. So it's probably not winning, is it? So I'm just going to drop back. Okay, now I could actually go with the f-pawn to open the file here up. It's very, very dicey to do that with a bishop here, though. So I'll just stick to this pawn. Okay. I think queen up makes sense to pressure here, but queen up here to threaten a check is strong, I think. I'm going to go here to threaten a check and go right after the king. It feels like he's been a little bit too bold here, not thinking of king's safety, but it could work for him. It might well do. So knight up is a move, queen up here is a move to hit the pawn. I can just throw a check in first. Actually, yeah, what's wrong with knight going forward? We threaten to hit the rook, we threaten a check and we can trade some pieces off. It's a little bit dangerous, this, but if he pushes, I'm going to counter push. Well, that's my intention, but he can just blast forward, can't he? Actually, it's not without risk, this. Actually, I'm going to take there as well. I need to do something here. Maybe a pawn forward. Or do I do this one? You can imagine this there. If the queen comes across at some point, that's a bit risky. But I think I'm going to play e5. See if he pushes. If he does, I'll take. If he takes here, I'll just take with a queen. Then we're pressuring everything. So he does come forward. I think I just take here. I don't want to keep it closed down. I'm going to try and remove one of them pawns. Oh, he's gone with a pawn. So that allows a check. So what's the best way to check? If I go with a queen, I've maybe got this. The queen's not doing much on c7, but... Yeah, I'm going to go with a queen and bring the knight up. I think I can always bail out if I need to. How's the best way to do this? I'm going here with a view to queen up, but yeah, you can imagine getting across here is very, I'm going to say very dangerous. He's allowed the queen to come off. That should be much better for me now. Now the queen's off, it should be much better for me. Still not a formality, not easy. But we are better. He's played this too quickly, I think. But that initial pawn blast, though, could have been just cleanly winning for my opponent. Can't move this pawn. Or could have been dangerous anyway. So, let's go here. There is pressure from the bishop. Oh, I'm quite happy to trade that one, I think. But how do we do it on our terms? I'm going to take a knight across. I could go here and hit the bishop, but I think I want to do this because I pressure the pawn as well. Now I'm going to go here and see if he takes, and then we get a nice pawn structure. Excuse me. We're only up a pawn though, it's only one pawn. He's guarded his pawn, so I'm coming across, see if he gives up the bishop. If not, I can collect a pawn if he doesn't. He has, so now we've got two pawns. I just want to stop this one. Try and collect the, keep these. Now there, I might actually let him take there. I'm going to play across and threaten to push a pawn forward. If he takes, I'll probably take back first. And it feels like my king's alright. But I'm threatening to march these down the board. He's moved the king. Okay. I'm going to play rook up with a view to checking with the other rook and try and force the king somewhere. I'll pre-move in case he captures the pawn. Okay. Now my king feels reasonably safe, but not without risk if these rooks get really active. But I'm intending to check to drive the king somewhere and then target this pawn or my pawn pushes. If the king ends up on the side, there'd be a checkmate threat. So let's go here. See, I don't want to drop this slot. So he has gone back. So pawn up now, he just simply takes. So I think I should just drop this rook back and guard this pawn with a view to doubling up or running this pawn up. I just don't want to drop this. Actually, king up. If I get the king up and solidify, that should be good. It gets my king out of a potential box here. So I think king up is the sensible move. I don't see him targeting this pawn. So king up, I don't see what he's got. If I get king here, he might try and push, but he's in a pin. I can surely just trade off. I'm going to go here for now and pressure this pawn though, just to stop him pushing this pawn. And then I'm going to try and bring the king up. Oh, he's come forward. I think I should trade that. Now, I could run the king this way, but I think I'm safe going here in the middle with a rook coming behind. I think I am. I don't know. I mean, rook here up. He's got an annoying check. But now I'm solidifying. I'm freeing up one of my rooks. I hope, anyway. Yeah, that's exactly where he's gone. But I can allow one check up and he... Sorry, up here and he can't check. So I've got rook across, I think. He might take this one as well, though, but it feels like I should be better. I'm going to spend a move pushing that pawn up, and I'm going to try and go here. Just hope I'm not blundering this. And I am a minute down on the clock. But I do have this pawn to push at the right moment, hopefully. If he takes, I think rook across. If he checks, I go here, and then there's no check. If he comes here, I can just step back. And then hopefully we can take the pawn. Well, he's moved the king forward, but again, I think I can check and then just go back after that pawn. So the same principle, drive the king away and then go back to where I want to be. So I think he's effectively wasted a tempo. He might still be fine though. Let's just see. Oh, now he's gone to the side. That is a target, but I want to go here and target this loose pawn first. And if he takes, I just take the pawn, and then I'm going to try and come around the back somehow. Okay. So check, I can go here and hit the rook. Then if he comes here, I can just step in. That was my idea. So go here and then in over. And then try and get this rook on a better square. So guard this now, and this rook is almost ready to get active now. Rook up here to hit the pawn twice is very strong. You just clear the markings, get off the board. The time's about level now. But I do have this pawn I can potentially push at the right moment. Obviously, I'll just worry about my opponent's move once they've played it. But I'm hitting the rook. I'm actually hitting the pawn already, aren't I? I nearly overlooked that. I'm threatening to take with check and then just collect this rook. I think it's over. I think it is, but let's just see. That's actually a very strong threat. Rook takes c3 check and then king takes d4. Oddly enough, I might have had that a bit earlier. I'm not sure. No, I don't think I did I? I don't think actually I did. Just take and advance the pawn, yeah. Should be good enough, but it's still hitting the rook and the pawn. So collect the pawn. I think just rook across should be clean. Very dangerous opening though. It was a very, very dangerous opening. Now, do I want to allow this? Don't think so. Let's step forward just to cover this and then try and get the rook up somewhere. I'll just push the pawn up. Okay, we get the win.